Good morning. Hi and welcome. Good morning. This is John Halcyon and I am practicing. I'm here today to start my day, hopefully with you, with some gratitude and with some paying attention to the things that we are appreciating in our world, and to remind ourselves that we have the ability to connect with people all around the world through all different tools, and just about setting our intentions and our mindsets in a way that we can notice the gratitude, we can be aware of the open-hearted people, and be those open-hearted people for others. So welcome. And as we like to start with some singing, and we'll do it right now. If you really love milk, you should know it comes from a cow. And if you want to keep singing, just do it right. And if you want to wrestle, that's okay, but just not fight. It's love morning. Dooba 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 doo doo dooba doo doo. Love morning now. Hi. Oh, what are you grateful for? I am grateful that Lisa's returning tonight. She left yesterday morning and is spending 2 days away doing recording music at a studio. And she's going to come back late tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm grateful that she is doing well and safe. Grateful that I had some fun creative projects that I worked on yesterday. I recently had fun experiences painting with children, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. And so they gifted me, each of them, a painting. And so I made a video where I said, "Oh, I love painting with you. It's so fun. I can't wait to paint again. I love this painting. I wonder if I could jump right into it." And then I recorded myself on a green screen being like, I did it. I'm inside the painting. And so I made little videos and I tinted myself to be the color of the paint area that I put myself in, with the painting behind me. It didn't turn out as awesome as it was in my head when I was visualizing it, but I doubt they're even gonna, give it too much thought. It's just an excuse for me to exercise my creative muscles. I also did a video yesterday where Asher's been sending me these videos of him singing songs. Well, he sent me one of just audio, and it is like nonsense chanting. It's rad. So I looped it, and then I started nonsense chanting, rapping on top of it. So it's like a duet of nonsense. I'm not singing what he's singing. We're just singing our own things in the same rhythm. So that was a fun little creative project. And I am grateful that I had a therapy session yesterday with my therapist, Misty. And I'm trying to think what was the big epiphany for me was sometimes to preface it, she talks about red emotions and blue emotions. Red are like deregulating, and blue are calming, soothing things. None of them are bad. There's no bad feelings. There's just red and blue feelings. But many people, myself included, do have blue. Wait, is that right? Red, the agitating ones, or the sad, the ones that make you sad. I should figure out if I got the colors right. But anyway, I am conditioned to try to avoid the unpopular, unpleasant feelings, which makes sense, except it's not a healing thing to do to somebody. If someone is having an unpleasant feeling and you try to steer them away from it, or you say, "Oh, no, it's not so bad. Everything's going to be fine." Or if you just say, "Oh, I think they need their space. They're upset. I'm going to let them have their space." That is not as helpful as, "Oh, what are you feeling? What do you not like about that?" can you help me understand? Tell me why this is so difficult. And actually like going deeper into someone's experience with a red emotion it can be very helpful in moving through it, just being heard and acknowledged. And it's very connecting. The goal is connection. We kept coming back to in the session. The goal of everything is connection. And it was a pretty significant realization that how it is very difficult for me to go towards those emotions. If anyone around me, a kid, my partner, is sad or depressed, I tend to feel like I'm gonna just give them their space, or the instinct to try to make them feel better. And so it's a pretty significant rewiring of my brain to not be afraid of the blue emotions, afraid of their reaction, afraid of them being upset or maybe putting that anger on me. I have to know that it isn't me, that they're projecting because of their state. And if I can hold my ground, it can be very helpful. Whew. Anyway, grateful for Misty's insights and therapy in general. Hooray for therapy. What are you grateful for? Good morning, Juan. Juan says, I'm grateful that people everywhere can join in this practice every day, no matter what they are doing. Thank you. Thanks, Juan. It's true, and you can even do it if you're not in front of a computer. You can be like, oh, it's 9 a.m. Pacific time. I can't get to a computer right now or my phone, but I can take a moment and think, what am I grateful for? Aha! So I'm grateful that I've got a physical therapy session after this. I'm gonna kind of a return trip. I haven't been back in a while, and I just kind of want to go over the exercises that I was given last year and try to make sure I'm doing them right, and just see if I'm making progress on some of the things that give me back pain and neck pain pretty frequently. Although I probably should do something more about my desk as well. Anyone else want to share some gratitude before we head off into this day and challenge ourselves to connect to our friends and neighbors? Yesterday I was walking around the neighborhood with Lisa, and as we were walking towards a cul-de-sac, it was probably 100 yards away, we saw two people and their dogs kind of turning around in the cul-de-sac. And so I'm like, Lisa, do you want to turn around now so we don't have to deal with these dogs? She was laughing. That wasn't very love ambassador of me. If I was fully in my love ambassadorship, I would have been excited about crossing paths with neighbors. But there's plenty of times when I don't feel like socializing, and I don't have that love ambassador reminder in my head strongly. So I'm definitely the kind of guy that will go through periods of not wanting to be social. Well, it's a nice, intimate gathering on this Wednesday morning. Is it really Wednesday already? Wow. I sent out a newsletter this morning that was talked about what I talked about yesterday about being a lifestyle artist, but it also had an announcement in it and a link to signups for the men's group that I'm going to be hosting on June 8th. So in San Diego, or Solana Beach specifically, on June 8th, I'm going to do a all day on a Sunday men's gathering, which I'm excited about. I'm excited to have it on the calendar and have something to look forward to. So I'm grateful for commitment and committing to hosting another event. Juan says, do you think your self-hugs contribute to your back and neck pain? No. I think what contributes is when I am do not have body awareness. Like when I work on the computer for a very long time, like I'll get in a zone and be like wanting to tweak the video that I'm working on. And it's these like really slight, like precision movements of the mouse where I tense, my whole back and shoulder is tense, and I'll do it for long periods of time, and then it feels like it's all jacked up. And then I also, something with my hips tightening. I wake up in the morning with lower back pain. I think it has to do with hip stuff. I think self-hugging is probably a good solution. I should probably do that for longer periods of time. Maybe we'll practice that today. So, wherever you are, get ready. Maybe a little stretch before. Oh, I felt that. Let's do a little neck roll. And then wherever you are, give yourself a squeeze. Stretch out your back. Your spine. Feel this beautiful body as we feel one another, as we know that we are connected by countless like-minded, open-hearted people around this planet. And we have so many opportunities to be the person that we want to be. No matter what is happening in the world, we can be someone that is telling a beautiful story, because living a honorable life. So let's be that person, tell that story as we take a deep breath in and squeeze extra long. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everybody here, thanks for being here for this Love Morning. I love you. Enjoy your Wednesday.